Welcome to part 4 of 5 video series as we explore the challenges and possible solutions of augmented reality learning within Spanish vocabulary in Year 4-5 language classroom. Although PAMIC's team 2020 affirmed that AR increases student enjoyment, this benefit is closely tied to the interest a student might engage when introduced to a new tool, especially because it is a mobile device. Lay and Reynolds in 2022 indicated that the use of vocabulary generally involves a higher level of cognition as well as learning process, and learners tend to associate meaning with form to build the fundamental learning of words within the time constraints of most studies, resulting in a reduced frequency of assessments of vocabulary use. To address the limited assessment of vocabulary use, teachers should incorporate formative assessment throughout the lesson. For example, they can ask students questions while they explore new Spanish words and encourage them to take notes on their learning. This approach keeps students engaged and helps them reflect on their vocabulary development. Since the students in this study are learning Spanish through Google AR, it mainly involves 3 aspects: teachers, students, and the technology itself. Therefore, we will analyze the potential challenges of using pedagogy or technology for learning in a Spanish language classroom from these 3 perspectives. FAN team in 2020 offered AR in education challenges. In preschool and primary education, such as technology-related problems include system instability, complexity of operation, inadequate functionality, and interface design or visual display deficiency. For these technical issues, teachers need to be prepared in advance to ensure that iPads are sufficiently charged and can connect to the internet, as these technologies rely entirely on network connectivity. Additionally, if there aren't enough well-functional iPads for every student, teachers should organize students into groups so that each child has an equal opportunity to use this new technology for learning. If the school restricts the use of these technologies for safety reasons, teachers should have a backup plan, such as worksheets. One limitation is that augmented reality is live. Fisher 2024 explicitly stated that for it to work, the user must be able to see the real world as it is right now. AR manipulates the real-world space and the user sees, altering their perception of reality. Teachers can combine both AR and virtual reality to facilitate students' Spanish language learning. Zhang 2018 suggested that in implementing AR, sufficient time should be scheduled to familiarize learners with operation of the devices. Teacher-related problems were found to include lacking sufficient instruction to the students. To help students use AR effectively for learning Spanish in a Year 4-5 classroom, it is recommended that the teacher become familiar with tools like Google Lens and translation features and give clear instructions to students how to use them. Additionally, students should be taught how to use these AR technologies before they begin exploring new Spanish vocabularies outside the classroom. Lin and Wei 2024 cited Bahari 2022 and Wu team 2023 that student-related problems in AR learning consisted of potential negative effects such as uncomfortable systems, learning anxiety, and cognitive overload and attention distraction, some students may resist using new technology. To reduce their stress and discomfort, the teacher can group these students with those who are proficient in using new technology, or the teacher can work with them in a separate group, providing additional support and assistance to alleviate the pressure while learning, such as modeling how to use Google AR to translate the new words into Spanish. Join me in video 5 to view the last part of augmented reality learning within Spanish vocabulary Year 4-5 language classroom.